station for the students and the show for everyone. Officially live, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 to 4 p.m. WSTU Radio, the #1 source for digital entertainment in the AUC. It's officially live, and I'm your boy, Jordan Live.
And I'm your girl, Shekayla, Janelle.
All right, everybody. We have some Morehouse candidates here in the building right now. Colin Means and Anthony McCloud. Everybody, shout out.
Y'all gonna sound off?
What's going on?
All right. We got some questions for y'all.
We're gonna drill y'all a little bit.
Actually,
you gonna drill me?
Yeah,
That's
just
fine.
a little bit.
That's fine.
So first off, before we get into the question, you got to tell everybody about
What you running
yourselves.
for?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll go first. Okay. Well, first of all, my name is Colin Means. I'm a junior finance major from Detroit, Michigan. I'm running to be your next
All right, Detroit.
senior class president of Morehouse College. The senior class president position entails a lot of things. So the first major part of being the senior class president is it's important for you to understand how to organize, plan, and execute events in order to bring the senior class together. So everything you do surrounds that main goal.
And you feel you can do that?
I feel I can do that. I've done that for 3 years now, working on the Campus Alliance for Student Activities Board, working on Hump Wednesday activities, homecoming direction and planning, Miss Maroon and White direction and planning, things like that. So I have a lot of experience in that area.
Okay, Anthony, what about you?
And hello guys, my name is Anthony McCloud. I am a junior physics major from Rochester, New York, and I am running to be the next SGA president. My platform is Dreams. It's something out of the box. Dreams stands for dynamically revolutionizing the experience through action while motivating students.
Right.
So it's basically it's all about advocating for the students. That's it. That's all I'm running on. That's all I have.
So what do you feel is like your main goal running for, your position?
My main goal, honestly, is to take the power away from the 1% at Morehouse College.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The same people continuously, get the same opportunities. They get to sit at the table while everyone else is excluded.
Yeah.
So, I represent the 90%. I'm very, very active on campus. I have a large influence within, the sophomore class, the freshman class, somewhat of the junior class. And so, definitely just making sure that everyone feels like they're on the same playing field and stuff like that.
Like, everybody in the same level, all united.
Yeah.
Colin, what about you?
Well, my main goal as senior class president is to strengthen the bond of the sesquicentennial class at Morehouse College before we take the next step into the world, the next step after graduation. So when we come back, we can look back on the times that we had senior year. We can look back on the events that I can put forth and plan, and we can look back on that and say we had a great senior year, 10, 15 years down the road.
Okay.
So
I know it takes a lot of courage to, get out there and to run for something like as powerful positions as both of you are running for. Because this isn't just something mediocre. You're both running for something big. So other than experience, what do you feel it takes to actually be a leader?
So what I know what it takes to be a leader is someone who knows how to be a follower. You have to learn how to, be a follower in order to be a leader. Basically putting others before yourself and listening to counsel would be the biggest thing, especially going to being a Morehouse student. We're surrounded by so many leaders on the campus, and SGA president, senior class president, any type of high position, you're going to be a leader amongst leaders. So you have to be able to give direction. You have to be able to hold yourself accountable and make sure you remain yourself. That's the biggest thing.
Is it hard being a leader? Like, do you feel like there'll be a lot of pressure, a lot of weight?
One of my favorite quotes about being a leader is someone that people follow purely out of curiosity. So when it comes to being a leader or an outstanding leader, I feel like you have to put something on the table that no one else can put on the table, and that's what I feel like I can bring.
Okay. And for, I guess overall, do you guys know each other outside of today?
Yeah, we've been colleagues and students together at Morehouse for a pretty long time. It's not our first time we've met. Definitely not the first time we met.
Okay. Are you guys friends?
Yeah, I wouldn't say we weren't friends. No, we're friends.
Anthony, what about you? Because it's giving us some faces over there.
I'm not giving anybody any kind of face.
No,
I'm not
giving
any face.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're familiar with each other, I would say that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good too. Keep it mutual. Keep it, respectful and
Right.
stuff like that.
We all know that if the two of you were to be elected, you would have to work together. So you think that's a thing that...
So, and that's my whole thing, is that I'm currently the junior class president at Morehouse College right now.
Okay.
And definitely the lack of inclusion within the class councils and SGA, especially SGA period, there's a lot of problems that happen internally that prevents everyone from accomplishing a lot of things. So, for me, Colin, or anyone else that's running for any position, I don't have any personal vendetta, anything against any other student on campus.
I feel you.
So yeah, working together would be very, very easy for me, because personally, I have no issue with anyone.
No issues.
It's all about getting the job done.
Well, when you bring different opinions to the table, it always throws a wrench in, whatever you're trying to plan. So, like, being a leader, you talked about being a leader, is being able to decipher the different opinions that different leaders are bringing to the table, especially as, an SGA president or a senior class president, being able to decipher those opinions and, make sure that everyone's opinions are included in what you want to do.
Okay. That's good. One thing I feel has been an ongoing problem, I guess, for years since the establishment of all the institutions is like some type of beef in the AUC. And I really wasn't aware of it. Maybe I'm a little naive to it, but I didn't know there was a type of AUC beef. I never, knew there was.
I feel you. I should have worn my Clark Atlanta sweatshirt today.
Yeah, that would have been good for the studio. That would have been good for us, repping CAU. But do you feel that there's a beef? And if so, do you, where do you think it stemmed from? And what do you plan on doing to, I guess, kind of, help it out, resolve it?
All right, so I wouldn't say there's a beef. I would say that there's just an ingrained, historic, my school, my institution is better than your institution.
It's kind of like embedded in the legacy of it all.
Yeah, so it stems from back the Atlanta Student Center. Back, what's the first?
We still are the Atlanta Student Center.
No, what's the first?
You mean
Clark
College?
University.
Clark College, before all of that. It happened before all of that stuff.
Bro.
Was that
That's cool. No, but I wouldn't call it a beef. I wouldn't call it a beef. I would call it a pride rivalry. Because everyone in this room, myself, you all, Anthony included, have pride for where we go to school. And when you have these different schools so close to each other with so many people that have so much pride for their own institution and they come together, that pride clashes, and that's where you get, that idea of the beef. But I wouldn't call it beef, or, I would call it a pride rivalry.
Shekayla, what would you call it?
Beef.
Oh my God.
No, and that's
where's your beef?
That was something that
Why do you say beef, Shekayla?
Honestly, I have many Morehouse brothers. I spend a lot of time at Morehouse, and my best friend goes to Spelman, so I spend the night over there a lot. Personally, I don't have any beef with either one of the schools, but I feel like when it comes to the schools being against each other, there's always a 2-for-1, And so I feel like because of that, it is a beef. Like, I don't think that is personal. I don't think everybody has the same opinion. But anytime anybody from Clark says something about one, then two come back at us. So I feel like naturally it's kind of like it's a hard thing. Yeah, I do. I always feel like I'm being double teamed.
So I'm really responsible for this beef, like really stirring the pot.
You know what? I don't even want to say that because
Can we clarify?
Just say it.
She think it's Morehouse. That's what it is.
No, I wasn't gonna say.
No, is this
I was gonna say Morehouse teachers.
I think it starts with the heads of the school.
I like the pride. The pride. What did you call it?
The pride rivalry.
I like that word because I feel like the number one source of the beef comes from how much pride they give you all. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But I think that it has some negative effects. Like I feel like they put you all above us, and not that that's bad.
It is bad.
So
it is bad.
So I would like to kind of contradict that. Actually, matter of fact, I would actually agree with that, but I wouldn't say it would be administration because I'm also the NSO commander, so I'm like over new student orientation, and during that whole 2 weeks process, we're teaching them chants and rants and these songs that's bashing CAU, that's uplifting Morehouse and Spelman. But that stuff goes back, you know, that's not like we just created that. That's like years and years.
So with that being said, that it's not self-taught, it's something that's taught within the university.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Within the college, college that you guys come from, and you guys are being stemmed away from the AUC unity from which you guys always say that we should have. But at the end of the day, when you bring in a freshman, you already brainwashing them to think that
Exactly.
Morehouse is better, Spelman is better,
Exactly.
Clark, you know what I'm saying? Clark is this, and you know what I mean? It's the same with Clark. I think that it should be a battle, and it should stop between the AUC. It should just be more of a AUC unity instead of a bash between the schools.
And I would say, to answer your second question, how can we get rid of that? It was just
start with
basically,
the freshmen.
it should start with, you know, NSO.
That's actually part of my platform as senior class president is working with student leaders at all three schools, including Spelman and Clark Atlanta University, where, you know, you work with the various senior class presidents, class councils, and, you know, student activity boards so that you can plan activities there. You have a unity of the three schools coming together in a peaceful place, and, you know, not just like, you know, having people at Thirsty Thursdays or, you know, oh, everybody's meeting up at opera tonight. Just like, you know, having a safe space, you know, safe venues of being able to have the three schools come together. And, you know, in a positive mindset.
I would also say that, you know, that's been done. And, you know, I can say especially me, Chris Jackson, and Amber Hobbs, you know, we're all the junior class presidents at, you know, Morehouse, Spelman, and Clark, Atlanta University. And, you know, there's beef between us. Like, we're coming together, like, trying to, you know, make moves and trying to get stuff out. But, you know, sometimes there's issues on time schedules. There's issues on, you know, what institutions will come out, who's supporting who, stuff like that. So, you know, teaming up with leaders and stuff like that is kind of hard because it's been done. So I think needs to be a different approach on certain things.
Yeah, I honestly understand that. I just want to point out, I feel like it's important for there to be at least some form of unity within not specifically your platforms, but I know, like, you said you're junior class president right now, and then you're running for senior class president, and I feel like at the end of the day, when we all graduate, like when all of these classes graduate at the same time, it was people from all three schools that made our experience. So I feel like it's important to try to at least keep that unity, at least
have to
unify.
We have to unify the AUC. That's one reason we love doing this show. Bringing Morehouse people on Spelman, our Spelman sisters, and everybody here from Clark Atlanta to unite everybody so we can make a difference. So everybody can become more familiar, can, I guess, smooth out all the problems if we have them, and, you know, just have fun too. But if anybody have any closing remarks, any last things to say?
Now, would you agree that there's love within the beef?
Of course.
I think people like, you know, it's entertaining sometimes, depending on what side of the table you're on, how you're looking at it.
Like I said, I don't think our experience would be our experience without the other two schools here. So,
Of course not.
Yeah, we love y'all, but at the same time, there's always that rivalry. Anything you want to say to your people
and, you know,
who have to vote?
We always have a good time at Hump Wednesday.
Oh yeah, Hump is lit.
Market Friday, beautiful.
Market Friday is a good time.
Beautiful.
And I really would like to see, or especially come to more Market Thursdays. I know you guys have them over here. Now tell me, I heard a lot going on last week. Sounded like you guys had a block party.
Oh yeah, it was like that weekend for
sophomore
this
class.
Weekend.
It was last week for sophomore class.
It sounded live. I was like, man.
Yeah. It's picking up. It's getting better and better every Thursday. So yeah, make sure you stop by and check it out.
Breaks, of course.
Yeah. But anybody want to shout out their Twitters, Instagrams, let everybody know where they can follow you. I know y'all want to follow
So Anthony McCloud. My Instagram is the original fly guy. My Twitter is _Anthony McCloud. And just little closing remarks, you know, Morehouse students, tomorrow, Thursday, March 31st, make sure you go out and vote in your Tiger Net. Vote Anthony McCloud for SJE president.
And just like to thank everybody for listening. My name is Colin Means. I'm running to be your next senior class president. My Instagram is Colin Means. It's my first and my last name. Twitter, @Colin the Baptist. And my hashtag for my campaign is #Colin for President. Feel free to give me a shout out. Much love to all you guys listening.
All right.
Thank y'all for coming.
Thank y'all for coming by the show. Don't be a stranger. Make sure you guys follow us and all that good stuff.
I'm gonna get some s'mores.
Definitely.
I just want you to know.
Oh yeah, join the empire. Join the empire.
So when y'all win, y'all will definitely be coming back to the show. So
Of course.
we'll extend an invite.
I'll see you next week.
I can't wait.
You will?
I'll see you
All
next
right.
week.
Definitely
What
good
about you,
experience.
Colin? You gonna see me next week too?
I'll see you next week.
All right.